Hello and welcome, this is GG Your Face, and I will be talking about a game between Fenix and QXE. Fenix is playing as the blue Terran at the lower left hand corner, and QXE is playing as the red Terran at the upper right hand corner. This is the IEM Intel Extreme Masters taking place in New York City, and it's the finals. I think game number 1 went to Fenix, and he was actually red, and then QXE was actually blue, so now it's a little bit flipped around. Need to reorient myself, and both players are putting down the supply depot. By the way guys, if you have any suggestions, any comments, please leave it in the video or send me a message. I do look forward to improving from your guys' feedback, and I do appreciate it a lot whenever you guys provide me with any sort of productive input that's not like, you know, the unproductive inputs. In any event, both players are gonna be on the way to winning the tournament, because this is super important. Fenix is up 1 game, but he wants to maintain his lead, and QXE is down 1 game, but he could still win all of it, because both these players are very, very good players. Fenix scouting around the edges for a proxy barracks, and QXE is just exiting his base. Both players will meet in the middle of the map relatively soon, and QXE is also scouting for the proxy barracks as well. Fenix taking control of the Zanaga Watchtower. Will be able to see that QXE is coming, and Fenix is going to be running toward the base of QXE. QXE will be running toward the base of Fenix. QXE actually scattered the back with the set of destructible rocks, because it's really important to see if your opponent decided to try any funny business very, very early in the game, because that will either give them a huge advantage or a disadvantage if you scout or do not scout it. Refineries going up, as well as the Orbital Command. Both SCVs are in opposing player's base at this moment. And additional supply depot is being dropped off, and 1 Marine has come out, and this 1 Marine is already out from Fenix. Fenix still slightly ahead in terms of his build time, and a tech lab is going down for the barracks, and no tech lab on the barracks for Fenix just yet. Fenix is playing in blue, QXE is playing in red. Tech lab going down, about to be completed for QXE, and we see the Marine was able to pick off that 1 SCV from QXE. QXE sending a Marine to his top of his choke. If you're at the top of your choke, you'll be able to get off a couple of shots on your opponent, probably 1 or 2, in terms of the Marine, before they can see you and start shooting at you, so it's a slight advantage. It's not as good if you put them back here, because then both players will be able to see each other before anybody shoots at anybody else. There's a factory going down for QXE. A factory is almost complete for Fenix, so Fenix once again still ahead in terms of his production, and the refinery has been completed, and the refinery is also completed for QXE. 4 Marines for Fenix, and QXE has 1 Marine and 1 Reaper running across the map, as that factory is still currently being built, and the Reaper is not decided to move across the map. I think anytime you build a Reaper, you should always take advantage of it, because it's so versatile, it's so fast, and we will track this Reaper as it moves across the map for QXE. Let's see what he's going to do. For coming in for QXE, he's probably going to go inside the base, but he doesn't actually know that Fenix has a lot of Marines sitting there. 1 Helene is fighting 1 Marine, and that 1 Reaper will come over and make the difference. And there is 1 Reaper running back and forth trying to decide where he wants to go. Another starport is being started for QXE at the moment, and it looks like he's going to hop into the back of the Fenix's base, and he's inside with the Reaper. The Marines do know it, and he's got to try to kite this one back, and he's dangerously low on HP there. And I think he's going to run away, and he does manage to get away safely, because those Marines cannot hop the walls. There is a second starport, or is that the first starport? That's the first starport. And so there's 1 starport, 1 barracks, 1 factory, 1. Both players have the 111. Tech lab attached to the barracks, currently researching stem pack for QXE. A scan did go off. This Reaper running across the map, and there's 1 Hellion trying to get an idea of what's going on. There's 1 SCV on 1 control tower, another Marine on the opposite control tower. And it looks like these 2 Hellion might be thinking about making a harassment or some sort of thingy. Another barracks going up. This 1 Marine does have vision of this Hellion that is running away, and these 2 Hellions want to give chase, but it looks like he can't. The 1 Reaper all the way at the 12 o'clock position, maybe waiting for Fenix to expand, and we might see an engagement between QXE and Fenix. He does run it, take a couple of shots, and he's going to run back out once again. He's trying to down that very low HP Hellion, but he is unable to. Stem pack currently being researched for both players, and Fenix is also getting the pre-igniter upgrade. Very, very good upgrade for the Hellions. A engineering bay has just been finished for QXC, and for QXC he's gonna run across the desert with these two Hellions, and there's one medevac not full of anything. I think he just clicked with the control group, and he's not yet within the range of QXC. I think he's just at the tip, and now QXC will be able to see that Fenix is going to be moving out with a lot of units, and he's going to intercept the slower moving units with the Hellions, and he's going to try to get them, but the Marines do stem up, and he will take down... Ooh. We'll take down both those Hellions. Marines and Hellions versus Marauders and tanks. And if we take a look at the unit tab, he's going to try to come in here after he heals from the medevac, and this tank does not have siege mode just yet. And we're going to see a battle pretty soon. These Marines stem, and they're going to run inside, and that will give him the distraction enough to fight. And he's actually fighting over there. He did lose a couple of Marines, and these Hellions are trying to kill off the SCVs. There is no mining going on whatsoever inside the base of QXC, and Fenix is able to take advantage of the momentary confusion and get a couple of SCV kills there. But he did lose all of the Hellions he invested in that charge, and now he's falling back with the Marines. And there's one Marine that's going to stay around, and that one SCV will kill off that one Marine. One Banshee, one medevac coming out for QXC. QXC does have a Hellion inside that medevac, and he will drop it off with the flame and kill off the Marine that was shooting him. A couple of Marauders and a tank running across. Cloak is currently being researched by QXC for his Banshee, and this one medevac is chasing that other medevac to see exactly where it's going. And one tank here, a couple of Marauders, and a Banshee is going to come in and shoot at the Marine. The other Marines stem, and these Marauders will be able to take down the Marines, perhaps? Oh, there's actually a double medevac, so not great positioning for QXC's Marauders, and I think this command center might go down or might have to be cancelled, and he does cancel, and he's going to build another command center inside. There is one SCV mining at the moment. The siege tank has finished, and less siege tank is being produced. More Marauder heavy forces for QXC, more Marine heavy forces for Fenix, and Fenix is still going to try to expand. At the same time, QXC is doing the same thing, and there is one Hellion inside the medevac, but he's not dropping it off just yet. The Banshee is coming in, getting a couple of SCV kills, and he's going to fly within range of the missile turret, and he does shoot it down. Meanwhile, outside the base of Fenix, QXC is stationed with a siege tank sieged up, and a couple of Marauders spread out, so there's not too much action going on at the ramp at the moment. Both players grabbing that first expansion. Or QXC has his first expansion along with a siege tank and a Viking 4 vision, whereas Fenix is stuck inside his base because QXC is sieged up in front, and he's going to send an SCV out to test the waters, and he will see a couple of Marauders and a tank, which is exactly what he has. And this Viking is scanning the edges of the map for any medevac drops, and the medevac does drop off one Hellion, but the Hellion dies very, very quickly. I think he didn't even get one SCV kill there. Couple of Marines being transported by Fenix across the map, and I think this Banshee will pick it up. He will pick it up, and let's see what he does. Fenix is inside the base. There's a couple of units turning around, and all the Marines are being dropped off inside the shadows. And he cloaks, and he's going to try to take down these Marines. Should be no problem, but ooh, he does manage to get away. In the meantime, another Banshee is trying to harass these Marines. That's a lot of medevacs. There's 4 medevacs and a bunch of Marines. This Banshee is doing a very good job harassing. There's a couple of... Ooh, this Viking might be able to catch the medevac off guard. Can he be able to finish? No, the Viking actually goes down. Banshee is still harassing. He has a lot of energy. And the scan goes off and he snipes it. Perfect timing for the scan there. Very, very nice Banshee snipe. Very, very intense micro by both players right now. Tank siege up on the high ground. We'll be able to see him when he moves the command center over, because none of these units can hit air. A couple of Banshees coming from the east side into the base of Fenix. QXC will be able to not hold here actually. He's going to lose it here, but he does have 2 Banshees inside the base of Fenix, and he's going to try to get some pro kills. We see one SCV goes down, second one went down, and now he's trying to take down the reactor of Fenix, and Fenix is running back into the base, and that's forcing the Banshees to leave. And a drop has occurred inside the base, and he's killing the SCVs left and right. About 5 SCVs have gone down, and a bunch of medevacs do show up way before the Marines, and he's going to be able to run away with most of his forces. At the same time, QXC is harassing the outside natural expansion, and he should really run these Banshees away. And he did get about 2-3 SCV kills there, but ooh, this is very dangerous. He does lose 1 Banshee. Is he going to lose the second one? And he actually does run away the second one in time. Another drop occurs inside the base of Fenix, and this is just constant harassment from QXC. QXC is trying to keep him busy from Banshees and drops all over the place. If we take a look at income tab, Fenix is severely affected by the drops. He's very, very much behind in both gas and minerals, because his forces are split up in bad places. That time, that drop was very effective. He got a lot of SCV kills, and these 2 tanks will be able to clean up this drop, or will he? Wow, this one Marauder actually took down a tank by himself. A couple of tanks sieged up, and it looks like Fenix is going to try to push out, but it's not the best place to put it out because there are 2 tanks, but these are light units, and because of the patch, these Marines are able to run and stem up and destroy that tank. Further reinforcements for QXC are not approaching. They decided to stop. They were going. 2 refineries going up. No 2 refineries going up for Fenix just yet. And we see the units are going to meet here. The tank is sieged in the low ground, but that doesn't make too much of a difference. And ooh, the tank does get sniped off very, very quickly by those stemmed up Marines. If we take a look at the army count, both players relatively close, about 90 to 110, and we see the tank, it might be sieging down below. QXC does have 1-0 upgrades, whereas Fenix has 1-0 upgrades as well, and a drop occurs right next to the tank. He's trying to take this down, but he's unable to take down the tank, barely surviving that attack, and he's trying to take down the refinery of QXC. Fenix is sieged up in the back with a lot of medevacs, a lot of Marines. Scan goes off to see what kind of unit QXC has in position, trying to decide if he wants to move in. Ooh, he can't get close enough to that. Ooh! 2 Marauders stem up, and those hero Marauders take out the tank. Medevac full of units is about to drop inside the main of QXC, and Fenix is dropping right now. He has taken down that SCV, and there's 1 Cloak Banshee running to perhaps support, and a bunch of units being spawned here, but he's not doing too much to counter this drop. 1 Banshee has finally shown up. It doesn't have too much energy. He's gonna get does get it cancelled, and that's all he wanted, and he's gonna pick it up and leave. At the same time, Marines are going to charge in. 2 scans go off and knows exactly where each other's are, and they're going to actually go for the back of the base instead. And QXC, maybe knowing this, is going to get ready to support from the top, and the Banshee does cloak and is starting to shoot at the Marines at the bottom. Fenix did open up the option of going back. Ooh, he scans and then stems, but the Banshee barely made it out of there. This entire time, 1 SCV from QXC is giving him vision of the movement of Fenix. Kind of weird. He should probably take this SCV out. It's probably helping QXC very, very much. That is a lot of barracks. That is about 7 barracks. 1 of them have a reactor, 2 of them with tech labs. And QXC might be thinking about trying to destroy this infantry force, and he's going to try to push in, and there's a lot more coming in. Another one from the side. And these units are falling left and right, and QXC does prevail. I mean, does not prevail. Fenix does prevail with his medevacs, and he's going to charge inside and try to hit the expansion, and QXC does GG. Now, Fenix has taken 2 games, and we're on to game number 3 in the finals of the IEM. Thanks for listening. See you at game 3.